Good morning, my awesome friends and followers of my wonderful YouTube channel, and to you, the members, which have dropped a little bit now. We're back to nearly 400. We were up, we're down, because memberships have ran out. Anyway, yeah, it's Saturday the 22nd of March, and what a wonderful day it is. Last night I went out, and I sort of was chuckling to myself. After my live I did with you, what was my live I did with you? 15 minutes? I think I said everything I needed to say, but thank you very much. It's been wonderful. I'm currently drinking my Soldier On coffee in my Trevor Colt cup. Look at that. Anyway, yeah. Thanks, Brad. Soldier On coffee, the best coffee to drink. Right. So yeah, last night had my Chinese and chicken chow mein, egg fried rice, and beef strips. Yes. Beef crispy strips. And guess what else? A nice bottle of red wine, which is lovely. Yes. But while I was waiting on my Chinese, as you can see, I went in and grabbed a Guinness with the locals. Chilling out. Yes. It was lovely. Anyway, listen. It is the weekend. There's lots of stuff happening. Lots of positive stuff happening. I'm going to be honest with you. I am 50 years of age on the 4th of April. And on the 4th of April, I am going to have some amazing news. And we can all celebrate together. Anyway, right. So the news today. Do you remember last year and the year before and the year before? The Conservative Party in the UK were trying to put a barge together to put migrants on. Then they had the Rwanda plan to send them to a resort, and everyone was up in arms about it. Well, guess what? The Labour government have come up with a plan. Yeah, they're going to deport migrants to the Balkans and stick them in detention centres and cages. The Rwanda plan now looks pretty sad that we didn't do that, isn't it? Yes. Yes. Anyway, let's hope so. You never know. And scientists, again, have outdone themselves. They really have outdone themselves. These scientists, they really are awesome. You're the ones that told us that if we stand up, we need to wear a mask, but if we sit down, we can take it off. You know those ones? Yeah. The lunatics of society. Well, guess what they've discovered now? They've discovered now. There apparently, allegedly, there's a vast city, a city that's undiscovered below the pyramids. Now, that's what they're saying. Now, when I look through other history books, I know that below the pyramids, there was rooms, there was people that lived there. I don't think it's a city. I don't think it has, what do you need to have a city? I don't think there's a cathedral. I don't think there's hospitals. I don't think there's shops. Don't think there's bus stations and tubes. No. It's not a city. It's a series of corridors like a maze. But we've known that for years. But today's scientists, today's ones, not the ones when I went to school, the proper scientists with the Bunsen burners and the checking of elements, you know, and the ones that looked into things. No, today's scientists, you know, geography teachers, that's what they are. Yeah. Dickheads is what we should be calling them. But anyway, there we go. And I've got even better news to tell you this morning. Do you remember Captain Sir Tom Moore? Do you remember his not his career, not him fighting in the war, not him in the military, but do you remember the walk he did up and down the garden? Do you remember that one? The one that defined him, right? Fuck me. Anyway, do you remember that? Do you remember that? Yeah. Remember his daughter? The one that said, we're going to have, we'll turn part of the multi-million-pound house, we're going to have a Captain Tom Moore area over there, and in the middle it's going to need a swimming pool. What's a swimming pool for? Well, it's a place where we can have business meetings, you know, dip our toes in, you know, so we can write that off. Yep. Well, she has released her book. I can't remember what it's called because I don't care. But it's currently ranked 154,000 274 on Amazon. It's selling one copy a day. I would like to know which dickhead is buying that book. Because why would you line her pockets with more money? Why would you do it? Why? Has she not made enough out of him? Now she's written a book of lies. It should be called the Book of Lies. Trying to justify, I've been under so much pressure. I've been under so much pressure. You have been under some pressure. Your dad walked up and down the garden when everyone else couldn't walk up and down the garden because we didn't have a big enough house, Try living in a housing estate or a flat, we didn't have gardens. And he walked up and down his multi-million-pound garden and he raised a lot of money. And he raised a lot of money because Piers Morgan jumped on the bandwagon. And Piers Morgan, and it's a great thing. He raised a lot of money for NHS. No one said it's a bad thing. It was an awesome thing he did. Should it resulted in a #1 hit record this year? Do you know what? Why not? Why not? Yeah. Remember all the celebrities who jumped on the bandwagon to get the photograph taken with him? Haven't really heard them speaking out. Where's Michael Ball? Is he going to speak out about Hannah? No? Oh well. Anyway, one book a day. That's still 364 books and 265 books a year. Still a lot of books a year when you look at it that way. Yeah. Anyway. And our Prime Minister, I told you, I've mentioned this dozens of videos, I mentioned it on TV and radio. Our Prime Minister, who promised to send 30,000 British peacekeepers to Ukraine, his plans fell on its arse, hasn't it? Because a Prime Minister offering that many men, which we don't even have, by the way, I've pointed out before, we've 49 battalions of infantry men. Listen, it doesn't matter if we have 85,000 people in the British Army. You can't use the chefs, the drivers, the dog handlers, the engineers, the medics, the store personnel, the signallers, the missiles, the javelin teams. They don't do patrols. They don't fight. They're what you call your attachments and detachments. They're ats and debts. They're behind you. When it comes to boots on the ground that go in and carry the gun, I told you, we've got just over 20,000. That's all we have in the British Army. So Keir Starmer, who promised 30,000, looks like a complete idiot because now he's having to backtrack and go, well, I know I said 30, but I can send 10. Why can you send 10 and not 20? Because if I send 20, then they're stuck there for life. There's no one to change over with them. It'll be 6 months on and 6 months off for years. We don't have enough troops. We really don't. We're in the shit. This is what happens when you keep treating soldiers like shit and you keep prosecuting them and you don't let them have what they're entitled to. They just give up joining up. You're safer on TikTok than you are in the British Army. So there we go. Crazy. And I was listening to a story this morning from Steph McGovern. Steph McGovern is I'm trying to think, is she Scottish? I think she's Scottish. She's a TV presenter. She used to do Saturday Kitchen, or she does a show. She's quite a nice lady, actually. But she was on a show, they were talking about one of her staff. One of her staff actually said, I need to book a day off for a medical appointment. And she was like, okay, right. I'm getting a tattoo. And she said, well, that's not a medical appointment. It is a medical appointment because I need the tattoo for my mental health. And she was like, what? What? Yeah, well, the tattoo made me feel good about myself. So can I have a paid day off? No, you can't have a paid day off. A tattoo's not medical, but it's for my mental health. Steph says she felt really, really cornered, and it got to the stage where she just let the staff member have the day off because she feared that staff member may self-harm. This is where we are today when people think having a tattoo is a medical appointment for their mental health. It's quite sad, and I wouldn't have done it. I'd have went, fuck it, go. No, you're not having the day off. I don't care. Draw a picture on your skin. You're not getting a day off. And if you have a day off, it's going to be in your own annual leave. Weird, isn't it, how people behave? But anyway, listen, I'm going to shoot on, drink the rest of my Soldier On coffee. Thanks to Brian, who sent me it. Looking forward to this. Have a wonderful day, by the way. Yeah, have a wonderful day, everyone. Yeah, remember, next Sunday, not tomorrow, next Sunday is Mother's Day. So make sure you treat your mothers, everyone. If you have one. If you haven't got one, then I apologise. Not all mothers hang around. I'm very fortunate to have one. Not everyone is. So, at least it's a time for reflection. Have a good day anyway. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you. No, don't say that, Trevor. Bye-bye, and may your gods go with you. Take care.